Hey, what's up, everybody? Tito here with Aloha Android, and welcome to Saturday's weekly recap. Where basically I'm just going to touch base with some of the videos that I had already put up in the prior week and just kind of continue on with some of them if, I have more to say. Today's that day that I'll share it. So, first off, I want to start off with the premium built video. And I was surprised to see like some people actually supported the things that I was saying out of it. And I want to really say that I appreciate it. I'm glad some people agree with me, and I do know that some people don't agree with me. Uh, Nevertheless, I mean that is the absolute, in my opinion, the truth behind all of it. You don't need to get a metal phone, and you don't need to buy a glass metal phone to have the best experience with Android. It's not necessary. There are tons of great devices that are not built with aluminum or with metal, and a lot of people can contest to it. The fact of the Galaxy S5 being a great phone, the Nexus 5X being a great phone, um, the LG G Stylo, the G4, the G3. I mean, those are some great devices, and they're built out of plastic. And that's what I'm saying is that, like, that's the only thing that I mean from that video is just there are great devices out there, and it doesn't always have to be a metal phone that you seek to buy to have the best experience with Android. Um, so yeah, I was kind of shocked to see that people actually, uh, agree with that video. I thought some people would actually, take offense to it or whatever because it's pretty much like shooting down, a couple of devices out there that are very popular, like um, the Galaxy S6 and the S6 Edge and the Edge Plus, Note 5, some of those, and of course the Nexus 6P, and just tons of devices that are made out of aluminum or metal. Pretty much takes a stab at them. So I thought some people would disagree based on that, but hey, um, it's good to know that some people are like, they're not easily forced into just one area when it comes to Android. They're willing to be open minded and to look beyond what is normally said to be the best. Um, so, anyways, moving on from that, the Instagram application 7.13. Oh, I believe it is. Anyways, it's the most recent one, and people are enjoying the new update for Instagram. And if you haven't seen it or you don't know about it yet, basically what is actually new and built into Instagram natively now is the ability to long press on a photo, whether it's on the search tab in Instagram, where you see like a bunch of photos from different people that's posted up in like the recent timeline. And then also when you go to someone's profile, you don't necessarily have to open a photo to get a bigger view of it. You just simply long press on the photo and it opens up a preview. But what I didn't get to mention in the video because I was still playing around with Instagram was that when you're in that preview, when you long press the photo and it kind of brings it up in a preview mode where you can see the full size of the photo. At the bottom, it has like and all these different options. You can slide your finger over to the like, and just by doing that, activates you liking the photo. So you don't have to like get a preview and be like, oh, this is a cool photo, and then back out and then tap the photo to open it to like it. You could do it all from the preview, and that's something that's really really cool. That I didn't get to mention. But I did upload the APK file to Google Drive and Dropbox, and I did share the link. So if you guys haven't seen or haven't downloaded the Instagram 7.13 beta, you guys can just check out my past video from this week. I believe it was Wednesday that I uploaded it, and I do have both links, either Dropbox or Google Drive, whichever one you prefer to use. And you can download the APK file, sideload it to your Android device, and update. And you then will have that feature. Other than that, from playing around with 7.13 Instagram, there's not really anything else that I've seen that was like totally different or totally changed. I think just the long press feature, which I gotta say it gets a little bit annoying when people are like they added in Force Touch or they added in 3D Touch or something like that. It's not iOS. Leave iOS's things to iOS. Okay, um, that's we'll get into that here in a little bit. But anyways, so Yeah, that's pretty much like the only thing that has to do with Instagram now. It's just this long pressing for a bigger preview of the photo. Um, Now, because of that, next topic is basically this whole thing of anything that you long press on Android. People want to say, oh, it's like 3D touch, or it's like Force Touch on iOS, and that's what I really mean. People gotta really leave that alone. Leave it alone. Quit trying to take something from iOS and brand it into to Android. This is something that gets very annoying. Like, leave iOS stuff alone. Android has always had long pressing feature for the longest time. Sure, it doesn't do the things that 3D Touch does, like if you put pressure, if you touch the camera icon on an iPhone, and you put enough pressure, it will launch a preview menu next to the app, and you can either choose to go into photo, choose to go into video mode, choose this, choose that. It gives you all these different options, and but that's an iOS thing. But Android has always had long pressing. Like, you can long press to do certain things, either copy a link, copy an entire paragraph from a web page you're looking at. We've had long pressing feature for the longest time, and I really think that people should not try to blend that feature with 3D Touch, because they're totally two different things. Although they are very similar in some ways, they're not. And it just gets annoying. Like, if we're fans of Android, we want Android to be Android. We don't want to dress it up to be anything else. It's the same thing like when I get tons of tons of like comments of, does it have iOS emojis? One, personally, and this is just me, but personally, I think that the iOS emojis are very, very, very similar to the emojis from AOL. It's weird looking. I don't like it. That's just my opinion. I don't like it. And it's not because it's an iOS thing. It's just the emojis just look weird. So, but you know what? I mean, like, that's Apple's way of doing things. That's the way that they want their things done, and obviously it works. They've kept it around because their consumers tend to use it. And I noticed that people that buy Android devices, that's like one of the questions that they always ask is, does this device have iOS style emojis? Like, if that's what you're looking for, then go buy an iPhone. If you can't afford an iPhone, well, I'm sorry, but I like Android emojis to be the way they are. I mean, like, I know with 6.0.1 they have these new emojis out. They kind of change certain things. I'm not going to go too much in detail to that, because I do think that the newer emojis from Android I don't like either. I like the older ones. Like, if the emoji guy's like raising his hands, like, I like that one. I don't want it to look like this with a face and two hands in front of it. That just looks weird. Or the poop emoji has a face now. It just seems really ridiculous. I don't know. Just, to me, I like Android to be Android. I like iOS to be iOS. I don't like when people try to, God, what's the word I'm looking for here? Because it's like, to me, sometimes I feel like that, they got this Android phone because it was affordable. They really wanted an iOS device, and so they're trying to make their Android phone as much close to iOS as possible that that they can. Got tongue tied there, but me personally, I feel like it's a tough thing. I mean, it's just, for me, and this is my opinion, but for me, it does get annoying when people just want to take an Android phone and think that they can, that they want it to look more like iOS. They want all these things from iOS. It's like, don't get an Android phone then. Get an iPhone. And then you will have the look and feel of iOS. You will have all what you're looking for. Because if you buy an Android phone and then you're wanting to theme it and skin it and do all kinds of modifications to it because you want it to function and look as close to iOS as possible, you're only going to get upset and have a slight hatred towards your phone when it's not doing everything that iOS is doing. I mean, it's Android. Totally different. So, yeah, I think, that's just one of those things that, hey, people just gotta, like, chill out on. If it's Android, appreciate it for what it is. If not, go buy an iPhone, and then you'll be happy. And I don't mean that in a distful way. That's dead serious. If you want iOS, if iOS looks beautiful to you, if the emojis look beautiful to you, if the operating system looks beautiful to you, then you need to invest in an iPhone and not in an Android phone, or your experience is going to be crappy. So, moving on to the next topic, basically, um, there are people out there who tend to want to, just hate bash a certain phone, a certain OS, whatever. Um, I I always tell the statement out, and yes, I mean some people would say you're hypocritical for this, because you back Android. But yes, Android is my favorite OS that I prefer to use for a smartphone. I don't prefer iOS. I don't prefer Windows. I like Android. But I always tell people that the best smartphone in the world, the best smartphone with an operating system, like the best operating system in the world, is the one that you, the consumer, choose and like and works for you. If it does what you want out of it, if it's something that you can look at on a day-to-day basis and not get frustrated with it, you know, then that's going to be the best smartphone for you because it's going to work for you. At the end of the day, what matters what matters in mobile tech, what matters is what you, the consumer, like and how you feel about a particular device that you're using. Because that's where it all comes to. That's why people watch YouTube videos from tech bloggers. They like to listen to our insight. What we know and what we think. But ultimately, you, the consumer, you choose what you like for yourself. And if it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So to me, that's like one of the biggest things. I always say the best smartphone operating system is the one that works the best for you. So, we need to come into that age where we're no longer battling iOS and Android and Windows versus iOS and Windows versus Android and vice versa. Like, we need to get away from that. Some people are going to love Windows, regardless if we sit here and say, oh, well, their app ecosystem is just so low. It's not even up there compared to, the Apple Market or the Google Play Store. But some people don't care to have Google Plus, or they don't care to have Snapchat or anything, as long as they have Instagram and Facebook, and that's really, the two most popular ones. And that's really all that matters to them. So, there's people that's going to love Windows and the way that it performs and how integrated it is with, with Microsoft products. There's those that's going to love Android and the way that it is. And then there's those that's going to love, iOS and the way that it is. We're not all the same, and that's the beautiful part about it. We're not all robots that think the same and act the same and do the same. We are all unique and different, and the way we use our smartphones is unique and different, and that is, that's what makes this world so great. So, I honestly say, when it comes to fanboy wars, kill it already. It needs to die. The fanboy wars needs to go away because iOS does things dramatically well, and so does Android, and so does Windows. Regardless of what one has over the other, eventually, better analogy, you have 3 different roads, 3 different paths to the top of the mountain, but the view at the top of the mountain is always the same. That's the best analogy I can give you guys for that. So yeah, no more fanboy wars. Really, come on now, let's kill all that. Also, let's see what else. We did the Instagram one. Oh, Boost Mobile and Virgin Mobile now offering unlimited music streaming. I posted a video yesterday about this. Several of my colleagues actually posted a video before me, and I don't know. I'm not one that I feel like if another YouTuber that I know and communicate with every now and then, if they put up a video, I feel like if I put up one right away, it's like I feel guilty, like I'm stealing some sort of thunder and views from them or whatever. So I like if the what's his name, LGG Stylo User HD, if he posts up a video, I try to give a couple of days for his video to get the views and stuff, and then if I'm gonna post a video that has to do with the same topic, then I'll do mine later. So that's why I posted mine yesterday. But Yeah, Virgin Mobile and Boost Mobile now offering unlimited music streaming, and this is kind of Sprint's entire team to combat against T-Mobile. As you know, how T-Mobile offers unlimited streaming for certain movie providers, or like Netflix and stuff like that. Uh, yeah, they're doing theirs, but theirs is based on music with Boost Mobile and Virgin Mobile. I believe it's 8-Track, Slacker Radio, iHeartRadio, Samsung Milk Music, and what else was there? I forgot. But anyways, yeah, it's those. I know, and Pandora. Pandora is another one, but Spotify is not. But those services, you can stream music all you want, and it will not take away from your data pool. Unless, if you're on the $60 unlimited everything plan, then you really don't have to worry about anything because you have unlimited data. It's not throttled. So, but if you're like me, who likes to be frugal with their money, um, I opted for the $30 auto pay that gives me 2 gigabytes of data for $30, and then I did the promo for the extra 2 gigabytes of data for life. So basically, I pay $30 for 4 gigs of data with unlimited talk and text. So, um, yeah, if I stream, it's not going to take away from my 4 gigs of data. So that's actually pretty cool because I like to listen to music. I like to cast music from my smartphone or from my tablet to my now smart TV since I have the Nexus player on it. So that makes listening to music with but everyone loves good music. I mean, there's times when you just want to hang out with your friends and just have some music playing just to liven up the mood. Or even times where you just want to lay down, kill all the lights except for like a small lamp just to illuminate part of the room. Put on your favorite music and just lay down and just think and relax. Like, that's one of my favorite things to do. And so being able to stream music all I want without it taking away from my data if I'm not on my Wi-Fi, that's always great. So what I don't know, because I did contact Boost Mobile and I got two different answers, so this is where it worries me. The first person I asked about the limited music streaming, they said that we didn't have to do anything. It's already integrated into the system, so you don't need to change your plan if you had the 2 gigs of data promo for life. You don't have to worry, you won't lose that because it's already incorporated. If you're using Pandora, Slacker, any of that stuff, it's not going to take away from the data pool. So I was like, cool. But I don't just go on one answer. So I called back, asked the same question to a different rep, and they're like, oh, yes, you do need to change your plan. So we can switch you over right now if you want to. It's just, going into the system and switching your plan over to the newest plan, the $30 auto pay, 2 gigabytes of data, and you'll get the unlimited music. And I was like, but if you guys do that, I lose my promo. I lose my 2 gigabyte promotion if you change the plan. And so, yeah, I would definitely, before changing your plan, I would definitely advise you guys to contact Boost Mobile and talk to the rep. And yeah, this is, again, another bad move by Boost Mobile. Like the same thing they did with the ZTE Prestige when they first released it and had everyone confused whether it was $49 upgrade or if it was just $49 if you ported in a phone number. Again, Boost Mobile is releasing something that's really cool, really nice, but none of their people are up to speed, and this is becoming a bad habit of Boost Mobile that is really going to kill it when it comes for them providing great customer service. How could you provide great customer service if you don't even know your products? That's going to be a really hard thing for everybody else. So I don't know. I won't, hopefully, I mean, there's a way you guys can tell if you guys use any of those music streaming apps. Kick off your Wi-Fi, download like Pandora, and stream for maybe like an hour. Okay? But before you start streaming, go into your Boost Mobile account and check, your data. Check how much data that you've used out of your data pool. If you're on the unlimited $60 plan, then don't even worry about it. Because, yeah, it's not going to pull from anything. But if you're on any of the lower plans that does give you a limited LTE data allowance and then it throttles, check how much you've used before, and then go back and check again after you stream for an hour. And if your data has reduced, then yeah, you do have to switch your plan over to it. If your data remains the same, like if you've only used 1 gigabyte, exactly 1 gigabyte, and you go back after you streamed for an hour and it says that you still only used 1 gigabyte and that it hasn't increased from streaming, music, then you don't really have to do anything. You're good. You're golden. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for the weekly recap. I did post up a video about a giveaway. I'm giving away three $10 Google Play gift cards on Christmas Eve. The contest runs from now until December 22nd, 11:59 p.m. I'll stop it right there. And then on the 23rd, I'm going to look at all the entries, and I'm going to check, my community on Google Plus, as well as the Google Plus fan page, as well as the Facebook fan page, because the way for you guys to enter, like I said in the actual video, is you have to be subscribed to my YouTube channel. That earns you one submission. Well, basically, on that video, you need to leave a comment, and that earns you one entry in. Now, if you want to get, three more, an additional 3 more chances besides that one entry, then you can follow on Aloha Android in the Google Plus communities. You can find Aloha Android's fan page on Google Plus, and then find the Facebook fan page. And so, yeah, that'll give you a total of 4 entries in, increasing your chances of winning one of the play cards. I know it's not really a big giveaway, and I don't have the money to do anything like that, but I figure I'd just give something back, and what better way than to have a fun little contest with everybody. So, head over to that video. If you haven't entered to try and win, head back over to that video. You can win yourself a $10 play card, buy you some games, pay for premium apps. Who knows? $10 can come in handy. So, and 3 of you guys got a chance of winning it. So, anyways, thank you guys for joining me on YouTube. Thank you guys for listening on SoundCloud. So I'm doing double duty right now. And that's pretty much it for the weekly recap. Thank you guys for checking it out. If you have not subscribed, click that subscribe button right down there on YouTube. Also follow me on SoundCloud. And there'll be more podcasts on Tuesdays for Aloha Android on SoundCloud. I'll be posting every Tuesday. So, and that's pretty much it. And you guys will see me or hear me in the next episode. Thanks for checking this one out.